Hi friends, myself I'm Tejas, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Fresh College of Engineering. Now taking class on Python for machine learning, which is a minor for semester 3, and we'll be dealing with module 2. So these are the topics that we are covering today. The first one is escape sequences, then input function, relational operators, logical operators, statement for loop, while loop. I'm just going through all these contents with an idea that all the students are aware of C program. So I'll be just comparing it with C program so that it will be easier for you. Okay. First one is escape sequences. Okay. Escape sequences are the special characters that you use to display something. Okay, which cannot be written as a string. For example, these are the escape sequences that are present in Python. Okay. You are already aware of the escape sequence \n and \t, which you have already used in C program. But these are some escape sequences that are in addition. Okay, so there is \b, // slash apostrophe slash quotes. Okay, so I'll be just executing quotes in the Anaconda terminal. So for that, I will be just writing the keyword Python. So to display a value, what I will be doing is I will be just writing a print statement. So I will be writing print. If I need to print something hi, I'll just print hi. So hi will be displayed. Okay. So next I'm just displaying two words. The first one is hi. The second one is hello. Okay. So I'm writing print hi hello. So it gets displayed there. Now I'm writing hi space, and before writing hello I am writing a \b. Okay, \b, then I am writing hello. So as we know, \b is for backspace. That means whatever character comes before \b, one character will be deleted. One character which comes before \b. Here it is space, so this space get deleted. Okay, so from the output we can see that there is no space. It comes hi, hello. Instead, if I am writing without space, then the character before \b is I. So I will lose I. So it is ha hello. Clear. So \b is used to delete one character just before that. Okay. Now next one is \n. So if I'm writing instead of \b, if I'm writing \n and writing pressing enter, we know that \n is for new line. So hi will be seen in the printed in the first line, and hello will be printed in the next line. This is the output. Okay, hi is displayed in the first line, and hello is displayed in the second line because we are using escape sequence \n. Similarly, if I am using \t, hi will be displayed. Then after a tab, the hello will be displayed. So the output will be hi space hello. Clear. Now, think that I need to print something. Okay. If I need to write uh, denominator by numerator. Okay. Usually we used to write as numerator by denominator, but I am writing numerator by denominator by numerator. So if I write like this, I will get the display. Approach. Okay. What if I need to get another slash, that is the backslash. What if I write like this? I need to get an output like denominator backslash numerator. I need to get an output like this. Denominator backslash numerator. I want to get an output like this. If I write like this and press enter, what happens is I will get denominator in the first line and numerator in the second line. This is just because the interpreter take backslash n as a new line character. Okay, backslash n as a new line character. So it took backslash n as a new line character. So the first word is denominator, backslash n, then numerator. Okay, so if I need to display as such, like denominator slash numerator, I have another escape sequence. The escape sequence is double slash. Okay, double backslash. So if I'm writing double backslash and I press enter, we'll get the output like denominator slash numerator. Likewise, if I need to get is code. Okay, like if I need to print like he said hi, hello. Okay, so let this be the code. Okay, so this is the code. So what happens if I am just pressing enter? It says an error, just because there are a lot of double quotes, and the double quotes is just used to represent the string. So in my output, if I need to get the quotes, double quotes, what I have to do is I have to give a slash instead of before that. Okay, before that I am giving a slash. So if I just press enter, I will get the output as he said in quotes hi, hello. Clear. Likewise, I can also use single quotes. Okay, so these are the various uh, escape sequences that are present in Python program. Clear. Hope all of you understood what an escape sequence is and which all are the escape sequences that are present in Python program. Okay, now we'll move to the next one, that is input function. Actually, input function is used to get some input from keyboard. Okay, sometimes when you deal with C programming, you will use a statement called scanf. Okay, in scanf, you will be just reading it from the keyboard. Okay, similar to that, to get a input from the user from keyboard, what we'll do is in Python, we will be using an input function. Okay, now here I'm just gonna write a program that uses input function. Okay, so here I am writing a equal to input. A equal to input. I'm writing enter a number. Okay, a equal to input, enter a number. I'm writing print a. Okay, print a. So this is my code. So I have written a equal to input, enter a number. Okay, so if I'm writing a equal to input, enter a number, it is equivalent to two statements in C program. The first statement is printf, enter a number, and the second statement is scanf. Okay, scanf statement. So first one, it is the print statement. Second one is a scan statement. So input statement here in Python is equivalent to the print and scan statement in the C program. Okay, so if I'm writing a equal to input, enter a number, first what happens is enter a number will be displayed. Okay, first what happens is enter a number will be displayed, and whatever the input given by the user will be stored in A. Clear? Let's see. So here now I'm gonna run the code Python k.y, which is a program name. a dot py, a dot py, okay, a dot py, Python a dot py. So there is a program name, and it's asked to enter a number, so I am writing enter 5, 5, 5 is displayed. Clear. So enter a number plus the scan statement. So the print statement plus scan statement happens in one input function. Clear. So an input function is used to accept the values from the user. Clear. Now, if I need to divide the value by 2, listen here, please listen here. So I need to divide the value of a by 2. Okay, so I am writing n equal to a by 2. N equal to a by 2. Okay, I'm writing n equal to a by 2. So I will just adding the form. Okay, bigger so that you can just read it easily. Okay, n equal to a by 2. So if I am writing a equal to input enter a number, n equal to a by 2, print a. Okay, so here what happens is actually you will get an error. If you run this, you will get an error. Let's see. So I am writing like this Python a.py, enter a number, I give 5. Yeah, there is an error. Why it is an error? Because here you can see that it's an type error unsupported operand type forward slash str and int. Okay, that is the error is that when you are using an input statement or input function, when you are using an input function, it returns a value and the value is in string. Okay, so if I'm writing an input, if I'm giving an input function, it returns a value and the value is in string. Clear? That is, even if I have given for enter a number and I'm writing a string, hi, hello, hi, hello. What happens is hi, hello will be stored in A. Okay, hi, hello will be stored in A. Okay. So enter a number, if I'm writing hi, hello, you can see that hi, hello is stored in A. That means whatever the value we are accepting using input function, it will be stored as string. Clear? So to convert this one into integer, what we will be doing is we will be doing the typecasting. Typecasting is a explicit type conversion. So for that I will be using int in bracket and writing input enter a number. So whatever the value which is given by the user will be converted to an integer and is stored in A. So A will be also an integer. So the program will be, sorry, instead of A, I will be printing N. Okay. So the problem will be solved. You will get an output like 2.5. Clear. So this is how an input function works. Okay. So when I say about input function, you have to understand two things. The first one, the input function. If I'm writing an input function like this, it is an equivalent to two statements. The first print statement and the second scan statement. Okay, print enter a number, printf enter a number, and the next one scanf. Okay, and whatever value you are using or you are getting from the input function will be a string. So if you need to use an integer, you have to convert it to an integer. If you need to get a floating point value, you have to convert it into a floating point value. Clear? So that's how you will be just using the input function. Hope you got it. So we'll move to the next topic. So that is the input function. Okay. Now next is a relational operators. Okay, relational operators, you all know what a relational operator is. A relational operator is used to compare two values. Okay, to compare two values, or two variables, we will be using relational operator. You all are familiar with the relational operators in C program. The same relational operators are used in Python also. Okay. Now, in Python, we can just compare. So if I'm writing 5 greater than 6, if I'm writing 5 greater than 6, you will get false statement. If I'm writing 6 lesser than 9, I'll get true statement. Okay, 10 lesser than or equal to 90, I'll get a true statement. Okay, the difference between Python and the C programming related to relation operator is that in relation operator, C programming, actually there is no Boolean data type. Okay, but in Python, there is Boolean data type so that we get the true or false value. In C program, what we used to do is you used to denote 0 for false and non-zero values for true values. Okay, so there were no Boolean data type in C program, but in Python you have Boolean data type. Clear? Now, next one is logical operators. Okay, logical operators, you all know that logical operators are logical and, or, and not. Okay, here you in C program you used to write like 5 greater than 6, 5 greater than 6, or instead of or I will be using this symbol, right? In C program you will be using this symbol, and I will be writing 8 less than 10. Okay, so this is how you write in C program. But in Python, instead of this, you will be writing in words or. So this is how you write or in Python. Okay, you use the or logical operator in Python. So if I write enter, you will get the result. If I need to get an AND operation, I will be writing AND. Clear. So actually, these logical operators are used to connect to Boolean values. Okay, one Boolean value which is the resultant of 5 greater than 6, other Boolean value which is the resultant of 8 less than 10. Or you can say that logical operators is used to combine two or more relational expressions. Okay, you can explain it in either way. Either you can say that it is used to combine two or more Boolean data type, or you can just say that it is used to combine two or more relational expressions. Clear? So that's all about uh, logical operators. Okay, I'm just going too fast just because you already know about this. Okay, so no need to explain much on that. Next is a selection structure, and the selection structure we'll be dealing here is if. So we'll be dealing with if statement here. Okay, so what do you mean by if, and how we use if here? Okay, and you know that in C program, okay, in C program, you used to write if, like you'll be writing if A greater than B, and in quotes, I'll be writing, in quotes, I'll be writing the statements. So this is how you will be writing in C program. Okay, if A greater than B, and in curly brackets, I'll be writing the statements. Instead of this, so this is in the C program, and instead of this in Python, so in Python, I'll be writing like this. Okay, so I'll be writing if, okay, and I'll be writing A greater than B. So if A greater than B, and I'll be using a colon here. So I'm using a colon here. Okay, and in the next line, instead of this curly bracket, I will not be using this curly bracket. I will not be using this curly bracket in Python. Okay, instead of that, I will be giving a tab. Okay, I will be giving a tab, and I will be writing the statement inside the if. Okay, so this is a tab, and I'll be writing a statement inside like that. Clear? So this is how you'll be writing an if statement in Python program. Okay, so let's see how we can write a program using an if statement. So what we'll be doing is we'll be just writing a program. We'll be just writing a program to check whether a given number is even or not. Okay, so to check whether a given number is even. Okay, if even, I'll be just displaying something. Okay, so that is a program that I'm gonna write. Okay, so I'm just taking the Python page. Now I am just getting this. Okay, a equal to int of input enter a number. So I am accepting a value from the user. Okay, now I am gonna write the if statement. So I will be writing like if a if a mod 2 equal to 0. If a mod 2 equal to 0, I'll write a colon. Okay, I'll be writing a colon. I will be just pressing enter. And instead of starting from this, I'll be just giving a tag. Okay, I'll be giving a tag. So I'm writing this. Clear. I will be giving a tag. I'll be giving a space here. After that, I will be writing the next step. The number is even. Okay, so the number is even. So I'll be writing the next step. Clear. So this is how we'll be writing the code. Now here I'm just compiling the file. Sorry, I'm just running the file. So enter a number. I am giving 6, and you will get the number is even. Okay. Enter a number. I will give 6, and I will get the output as number as even. Okay. So likewise, if I need to check for 5, if I'm writing 5, and I'm just pressing enter, then I will not get any output. I will not get any output because what? Because what happens here is if the condition is false, I haven't asked anything to do. Okay, so I didn't ask the interpreter to do anything. So if the condition is false, in C program you will use else statement, right? In C program you will write if else statement. Likewise in Python also there is if else statement. So I'll be writing else. Okay. Similar to if in Python, I'll be giving a column. I'll be giving a column. In the next line, I'll be giving a tag. Okay, clear. So, what all I need to write, I'll write it here. So, I'll be writing like print the number is 4. Okay, so this is how you will be just writing the if else statement in Python. If else statement in Python. Okay. So here I'm just compiling, I'm just running the program Python A. I'll be giving 5, I'll get the number is 4. If I write 6, I'll get the number is even. Okay. So this is how you'll be using the if else statement. Clear, hope you got it. Okay. So in the next step, listen here, the next step, if I'm writing print end, so I'll be writing star end. If I'm writing like this, print in brackets star n. So you know that there is a difference between this print statement. This print statement has a tab here, has a space here, and this print statement doesn't have a space here. What it means is here this print statement comes inside the else. Okay, this print statement comes inside the else, and this print statement comes outside the else statement. Clear? The second print statement, that means this print statements come outside the else because it doesn't have any tab or indent here. Okay, but this print statement does have an indent or tab. So what happens is the interpreter takes it as if this print statement comes inside the else statement. Clear? For example, uh, if I'm writing like this, and I'm just running the program, and right number if I'm giving 6, you will get the number is even, and you will get an end statement. Clear? If I'm giving an output as 5, what happens? You will get the output as the number is odd, and you will get the end statement. But if I give a tab here, what happens if I give a tab here? If I give a tab here, the interpreter thinks that this statement also comes inside the else. So this statement will be executed only if the else condition is true. Okay, this statement will be executed only if the else condition is true. For example, if I just write like this, python a.py, and the number if I am giving 6, the end statement will not be displayed. But if I am giving the input as 5, then statement will be displayed. This is just because the interpreter feels that this print statement comes under the else clause. Okay. So if I am not giving a tab, that means it comes outside the else clause. I hope it is clear. Okay. So Python, if I am giving 6, I will get the second print statement here. I hope it is clear. Okay. Now there is something called if-else if ladder in C program, right? There is something called if-else if program, or if-else if ladder in C program. Okay, so in C program you will be writing like if. Okay, in C program you will be writing else if. Okay, then you will be just writing another condition else if, and then you will be writing else if, and at last you will be writing the condition. You will be writing else. Okay. In Python, instead of else if, it is elif. Okay, so let's modify this program. Okay, so I'm just writing like this. So if a mod 2 equal to 0, you will be displaying the number as even. Okay, I'm writing elif. Okay, instead of else if, I am writing elif. And now I am writing the condition. Elif a lesser than, let it be 5. That means if the number is not even and if it is lesser than 5. Okay, so this condition means the number is not even, and if it is lesser than 5, we will just printing that the number is odd and lesser than 5. I'll be writing a statement like this. The number is odd and lesser than 5. Okay, and a number is odd and lesser than 5. Then I will be writing else. Okay, then I will be writing else, and I will be displaying print the number is odd and greater than 5. The number is odd and greater than 5. So this is my program. And at last I'm writing print, just giving some star, then just give enter. This is my program. So actually, if it is an even number, this will be displayed. This print statement will be displayed. If it is an odd number, if it is not an even number, that means it is an odd number, and if it is lesser than 5, if it is not an even number and if it is lesser than 5, this print statement will be executed. And if both these conditions are true, both these conditions are false, then this print statement will be executed. Okay, whatever is displayed, whatever here in the if ladder executes, whatever here executes, this print statement will always be executed at last because it comes out of the if statement. Clear? So I'll be just writing Python. Sorry, I just forgot to write the codes. That's all. Sorry. Okay. Try number. Giving 10, so you will get it as number is even. And clear. Again, I'm running it. I'm giving it as 3, so you will get the output as the number is odd and lesser than 5, and you will get the output end. Clear. And if I'm writing value 7, you will get the number is odd and greater than 5, and you will get the display statement end. Okay, so this is how you will be just using this if in Python. Clear. Hope you got clear. Now we'll move to the next structure, that is the iteration statement. Okay, so next is the iteration statement. So here in iteration statement, what do you write in iteration? What do you write in iteration statement? In C program iteration statement there are for and while. Okay, now we'll be dealing with for. Okay, so how for looks like? In C program, for is like, I'll be writing for as for I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. So this is how the for works, right? For I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. So in, here I can just write the statements. Okay, here I can write the statements. So this is how a for loop works in C program. Okay, this for loop in Python, I'll be writing like for I in range. Okay, for I in range. If I'm writing n, it will be n. For I in range n. Okay, for I in range n, then I'll be writing a colon. Then I'll be writing the statement with a tab. Statement. Clear. So this is how you'll be writing a for loop in Python. Okay, so a for loop which corresponds to for I equal to 0, I less than, and I plus plus will be like for I in range n in colon and be writing statements. Okay, so let's see how it works. So again, I'm taking our program here, and anyway, I'll be accepting a value from the user, so I'm not deleting that step. Okay, so here it is. So it is A. Instead of that, I'll be writing as n. So it will be easier for you to understand. So for loop, I am writing for I in range n. For I in range n, I am writing colon, and in tab, I am just printing the value of I. Here. So this is my program for I in range n. So this is similar to, okay, this is similar to Here you can see that this is similar to for I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. This is similar to for I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Okay, instead of that I have written for I in range n, print I. Clear. So um, here I'm just saving it. Okay. um, Clearing it out. Pretty. Enter a number. And I am giving 5. And output will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hope it is clear. Okay, so the output is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is similar to for I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. Instead of that, I have written for I in range n, for I in range n, print I. Clear. For I in range n, print I. Hope it is clear. Now, sometimes it's not always like the I starts with 0. Sometimes there might be a change. Sometimes the I may start with n not 2. Okay, so if I'm writing another statement, it will be like for I equal to 2, I less than n, I plus plus. So this also can happen, right? For I equal to 2, I less than n, I plus plus. This can also happen. Okay, so this can also happen. So what I can do, I cannot do anything like that. I cannot use this statement. Okay, in this statement, we are not giving the initial value. In this statement, you can see that in this statement, you are not giving the initial value, that is 0. That is, if you are not giving an initial value, it takes it as the default as 0. In Python, if you are not giving an initial value, it will take the initial value as 0. So for this, in which the initial value is not uh, 0, you will have to tell to the Python interpreter that the initial value, give the initial value. So for that, I will be writing the same statement, that is for I in range. Here it is from 2 to n. Right? Here it is from 2 to n. So for I in range, in bracket I will be writing 2 comma n. And I will be writing the colon with tab. I will be writing the statements. Okay, hope it is clear. Here, since the initial value of I is 0, you need not say that the initial value is 0. So you need to write only like this. Okay, that means this is similar to for I in range 0 comma n. This is similar to for I in range 0 comma n. Since 0 is a default value, you need not define it. You can just write for I in range n, since 0 is the default value. Okay, here, since the initial value is not 0, you have to define that 0. So I am writing for I in range 2 to n, 2 comma n. Okay, so this is how you will be just writing the program for I less for I equal to 2, I less than n. So here in this program, I am just making that change. Instead of n, I am writing 2 comma n. Of n, I am writing 2 comma n. And now I am just running it. Okay. So 5.5. I'm just giving 5. Now it is 2, 3, 4. It is clear. The output is 2, 3, 4. It starts with 2 instead of starting with 0. Okay. Hope it is clear. Now there is another chance. There is one more chance. That is, in this both program, I say that here it is I plus plus. Here it is I plus plus. There is no solid rule that all the increments should be by 1. It can be by 2 also. It can be by 3 also. Okay, so for that I'll be writing to print all the even numbers below n. I'll be writing for I equal to 2 semicolon I less than n semicolon, right, I less than n semicolon, then I will be writing I equal to I plus 2. This is also possible. Okay, so this is also possible in which there is the initial value which is not equal to 0, there is a final value or final upper bound, and there is an increment step which is not incremented by 1. Incrementation is not done as it is by 1. So what you have to do? You have to change this one. For that I will be writing like this. For the statement corresponding to this in Python is for I in range, for I in range 2 comma n comma 2. Here 2 stands for step. Okay, so I'll be writing for I in range 2 comma n comma 2, and I'll be writing colon with the tab. I'll be writing the statements. Colon, and with the tab I'll be writing the statement. So this will be this is how it will be written. Okay, so here instead of this I'll be writing 2, 2 and 2. Now I'll be just running this. Okay, so before that I'll just clean the screen and I'm running this. Enter a number, and the number I'm gonna enter, let it be 10. So I'll get output as 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, hope it is clear. Okay, now likewise, if I'm writing a while statement, okay, in C program you will be writing a while statement, right? So in while statement we'll be writing initializing the value of I equal to 0, and I'll be writing a while statement while I lesser than n. So this is how I will be writing a while statement. Okay. Similar to the for statement, on if statement I will be giving a tab to make sure that the lines comes inside the while statement. Okay, so here I will be writing print I. Here I will be writing print I. And inside this I will be writing I equal to I plus 2. Equal to I plus 2. Okay. And after this I will be printing star. Okay. So this is how you will be using the while statement. Okay. So if I just compile it, so if I just run it, I have to give the number, I will write 10, and we'll get the same one. Here, I hope it is clear. Okay, so this is how while statement works. Okay, so what you have dealt in today's class is, so you have dealt about escape sequences, there is escape sequences, then you dealt with the input function, then you dealt with the relational operators, then with the logical operators, if statement, for loop, and while loop. Hope you all understood the class, and hope you have no doubts. If you have any doubts, just call me. Okay, thank you.